Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. So today's segment is the placement interview experience series, and the company that we'll be discussing today is Dell EMC. And before we move on, do take out a minute to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Videos come out every Friday, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notifications instantly.
Also, there is a link of Telegram channel in our description box. You can join us there, and we will be posting each and every update on that channel also. And there is an interview experience form attached to. If anyone is interested in giving interview experience on our channel, they can fill up the form, and we will contact them separately. So let's move on to the recruitment process now. Coming to the recruitment process of Dell, the profile that Dell is offering is incident response analyst in cybersecurity department. The CTC that they are giving is 8 LPA. Eligible branches are IT and CS, and you should be having 7 CGP and above. The online test was on Higher Pro, consisting of 50 MCQs and had 3 sections. So in all these 3 sections, all were MCQs and there were no coding questions, but there were code snippets in the second section in C programming, OS, software engineering. And coming to the interview round, there were 2 interview rounds. One was technical and second was HR. We will discuss this in more detail with our guest today.
Hi guys, today we have with us Joey, who has been placed at Dell EMC for the job role of that of an incident response analyst in the cybersecurity department. Welcome to our channel, Joey.
Thank you for inviting me. Very excited to be here to share my experience with you all.
And congratulations to you from our side.
Yes, thank you.
So before we proceed, we would request you to give a quick introduction of yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I have completed my computer engineering from Cummins College of Engineering, Pune. And I first got a chance to sit for this for Dell for an internship back in 2019. So I was selected for the internship. And then after that, I got a PPO and then got into for onboarded Dell for full-time job. Before that, I have only a few experiences of different internships, but all those internships were summer internships, so nothing, no previous job. This would be my first job.
So let's move to the interview process then. We will start with the aptitude first. So can you take us to the aptitude rounds?
Yeah. So the aptitude test did not have a coding, surprisingly. It was based on complete MCQ test. So there were 3 sections. All were technical subjects: computer networking, operating systems, C, C++, Java related questions, and data structures. So they were divided in 3 different sections. So the aptitude test was on the platform of Hire Now. It's a different platform, only like it helps in hosting different aptitude tests. So that was a platform. And so all were MCQs. My observation was like, before, like, this aptitude test included all the questions which needed the person to be very thorough in their basics of these subjects. So like in computer engineering, these 3 subjects are covered right from second year, and all these subjects basics were asked in those MCQs. So like the basics should have been clear for crossing the aptitude. That was my observation.
Okay. So there were code snippets, or you need to figure out the outputs?
Yeah, there were code snippet MCQs as well. So for C, C++, and Java, questions related to that, there were proper MCQs, like there would be a particular snippet and then you were asked to figure out the output, or what this code is doing, what can be the error, etc. The basic MCQs that we have depend on the code snippets. They were there. So entire section was there on just the programming languages part. And also their basics, like, I mean, the typical questions of the C language and C++ about the memory, then about Java, the OOPS concepts and everything. Like all those MCQs were pretty much there.
Okay. And also, since this recruitment process, the aptitude online, the aptitude test was that of an internship. So are you aware as to what is the process followed for full-time jobs at Dell, to secure jobs at Dell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least as far as my college is concerned, Dell has this was the first time when they decided to go for a PPO for their interns. Previous batch, Dell had directly come for hiring full timers. But for our batch, they came for giving an internship first and then hiring through PPO. But because they started with hiring through PPO, they did not come back for job process. Like some companies generally do both. Like they also come for internship, hire 10 or whatever number of people through PPO and come back to college for hiring new people for the job as well. But Dell did not do that. They completely have hired through PPO this like for my batch and the next batch which is there right now as well. So I'm not that aware about how the full timers um, are applying for the job, but as far as I know, I think for the previous batch which for whom Dell came for hiring for the full time also had a similar kind of an MCQ test. My guess is they had more thorough and rigorous technical round compared to what we gave in interview.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So let's move to the interview segment then. In total, there were 2 rounds, one technical and one HR. So you can take us to the technical round.
Yeah, so we were informed that the technical round would be maximum of 30 to 45 minutes. I'm mentioning this because when you are informed about the maximum time of the interview, generally there should be a aim in your mind that the interview should happen for that maximum time. Like if it's cutting short, then like there is a process where you start thinking, okay, why was it cut it short and everything. So that is why I'm mentioning that it was already informed 30 to 45 minutes. So for my technical round, they went through the entire CV that I had submitted. Like each and everything that I put up on the CV was asked in the interview. And what they did was bifurcate their questions through whatever was put up on the CV. So, like
Okay.
to give an example, I had done an internship previously, which was IoT based. So I had done few projects in that particular department. So I had put up that in my CV that I have done some projects based on IoT. So they took that particular point and then they asked me different questions about cloud. Am I aware about it? And because I didn't know that I'm applying for my role would be in cybersecurity, they asked me many questions regarding networking and security. At that time, I gave answers depending whatever I already knew about it. But yeah, so they had asked me different questions about cloud, the security part of it. Am I aware about how it works? Then they even asked me coding questions, like pretty simple, but yet something that you should know as a computer engineer. So then I prefer Python. Like I am very thorough in Python compared to other languages. So then I kind of took a perspective of answering everything from that language because it's my strong point. But they even forced me to answer from other languages point of view. Like yes, because Python already have so much built-in libraries and everything, so it's pretty easy to build up a logic in Python. But then they asked me like, how would you do it in C? How would you do it in C++? So yeah, it was a pretty thorough interview. Mine did go till the maximum limit. So I was feeling pretty good about it that yes, they did take time out of their schedules. And 2 people were taking my interview. Now that I have onboarded full time, the one of them was actually a team member, like he's the team lead for my team, and the other one was somebody else. So there were 2 people taking my interview online. So this was the technical round.
So were you asked to write the code as well, or was it like done verbally? You just telling the
Yes.
code?
So they suggested that I can write as well. Like it's okay if I would have just told them a particular logic. But after I told them logic to make it hard, obviously they were like, okay, then now you can write down and show us. So then I had to write it down as well. But it was not something very long or I had to take a lot of time. So they make sure that they ask questions that basically has a small answer. But if the person is taking time, obviously then it's something that should not happen. So they are actually short ones. So yeah, I had to write the code down as well.
Got it.
Okay. See
And nothing, no questions related to DBMS or other subjects like OOPS or anything. Only
No,
oriented towards networking.
so DBMS was not a focus because I think they were asking me from a security point of view. So computer networks and operating systems was more in favor than compared to DBMS. So I didn't know back that time that it is because it's security related, but they asked me questions about OS and CN more than other subjects.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so for HR round, it was not actually like a face-to-face video one. It was on phone. So they had given slots that you might get a phone call for your HR interview, and then one HR recruiter called me. So it was for about 10 to 15 minutes maximum, and so it was pretty like it's not how we read on Google how the interview would be. He was pretty casual, but he asked all the right questions uh, in that casual talk. So like I didn't feel I was giving an interview, but he was very smart to ask all the right questions. So for HR, he focused on my personality, sort of like what my aim was, what I hope to do, then the common question of whether I'm going to go for further education, when was I deciding to go for further education, then about the location, because this is actually in Bangalore. So he asked whether I'm comfortable to relocate from Pune. And he covered like all like what my hobbies were. Then he was kind of testing me on that, like why those are my hobbies. And so all those, but I would say like my experience was he was talking so freely and casually that it didn't feel like an interview, but he asked all the right questions during that talk.
Jui, can you tell me about your profile, incident response analyst? So what you do basically?
Okay, so our team is the first line of defense for Dell. So what my profile is that I am the first line of defense for those attacks. So I respond, analyze, and then give a solution for that particular attack. The incident respondent analyst's job. Like I am supposed to be the one who's going to sort it out. I am in the incident response team of India. There are USA, Malaysia, and Mexico as well. And we all are working in 24/7 in shifts. So like my shift would be from 10 to 7.
And how has your experience been so far working at Dell?
So it's just been 1 month. So I'm still in the training phase. Like it will continue till mid-September. Almost 2 months training happens because before giving the access, they have to make sure that I have learned everything what I have to do. So yeah, so it's still training. I am very lucky to have a very beautiful people's team with me. Like they are really helpful. That is something I have observed, like because I have friends in different companies and know whatever is happening with them. I feel like I'm lucky to be here in Dell because the team is really very understanding and the work environment is also really very nice. Like for someone who is going to be entering the corporate world for the first time, you you don't actually expect people to be that kind. You just kind of train your mind that you have to handle everything, but it's not how it is. They really help me to a very good level, so I'm very comfortable being here.
That's nice to hear.
So Jui, how does one make sure that he will be able to convert that internship period into a PPO?
Yes, this is one of the questions that I have been asked a lot by my juniors as well. So when the internship, you know that the internship is of 2 months. So you have been given a chance to make sure that you showcase yourself in those 2 months. Now, I would suggest the work part is something that everybody is going to do. Everybody will make sure that they will work, give their 100%, make sure they do the assignments and everything. But you need to make sure that you leave a mark on them as well. Like you need to be confident, communicate as much as possible. So to like give a small example, So my manager's manager, like she's US based, she also had a one-on-one with me during internship. So I made sure that I leave an impression on her, and I did, because she contacted my manager and said that I like her. So it's one of those things that you need to make sure that you are giving them something else other than your skills as well, to make sure that they like you, they know that you are a good fit for the team. So being confident and communication is something that I think is very necessary to make sure that the person will remember you and would want you back in the team.
So finally, any tips for our juniors before applying in Dell?
I would say make sure before the apti you are very comfortable with the basics of subjects. Like, don't take that lightly. And yeah, I think pretty much be confident, make sure that you are able to communicate whatever you feel and your answer is properly during the interview process. Other than that, Dell is pretty helpful. Once you onboard, it's very smooth, right?
Feel free to connect with Jui. We will be putting her a LinkedIn in the description box below. You can connect with her and ask your queries if you have regarding to Dell.
Cool. I guess then it's a wrap for today. Thank you so much, Joey, for coming here and taking out your time to share your experience with us. I hope the viewers find all the tips that you gave very helpful and help them achieve the same feat as you. So guys, don't forget to like the video if you're still watching, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We have an ongoing interview experience series, and we post videos every Friday of various companies covering their recruitment process and eligibility. So make sure that you subscribe and stay tuned for more. Thank you so much.